Okay, hello. Hi guys. Oh boy. I wasn't. Okay, firstly, I'm so sorry about yesterday. I couldn't stream Honkai because I had a last minute work meeting that ended up going on for a really long time because we had this like very important project to discuss. And by the time I was done, it was already like way past the streaming time. So I was kind of glad I was able to like cancel it beforehand because the meeting time ended up being like around when I usually log out. And I couldn't say no because again it's for an important project. So and it's like something I had to start working on today. So I couldn't do the stream yesterday. So yeah, Honkai would just simply have to wait. Anyways, we are finally playing Nameless. It's been a while. I remember I started Yeohno's route. Okay, not started because again we're just in that like general area. We aren't on a set route yet, but obviously we have to make choices that lead us to his route because I kind of want to wrap that up as quickly as possible so I can enjoy the rest of the game with my faves like Lance and Thay. So yeah. Anyways, let's dive right into this. There we go. Okay, we're gonna continue. We left off at Banjul last time. That yes, the MC was going to Banjul to see Thay working part time. Wait, hold on. There we go. Yes. When the bell rang, around half the class was dozing off. School's finished. It was such a long day. We go through this kind of class again, my lifespan might be considerably shortened. Oh, sweetie, you don't understand. You don't understand how lucky you are right now. Because then, when you're in school, you get things like summer vacation and winter vacation, just vacation in general. And then you come to the real world and you start working and realize there are no summer vacations, there's only work. Enjoy this while it lasts.
왜 이렇게 늘어졌어?
Soy shook me. Even after that fast, Soy doesn't seem tired at all. On the contrary, she looked more energetic than before.
카페 이름이 뭐라고 했지?
Oh, right. I almost forgot I was supposed to go to the cafe Thay works at. No wonder Soy was so lively. I didn't tell her that Thay worked there, but she must have been instinctively interested. It's called Banjul.
반주?
Banjul. I rolled my tongue and pronounced it. I'm pretty sure I'm still pronouncing it wrong. She would be so surprised to see Thay there. I was kind of excited to think about surprising them.
이름이 뭐 그래? 반주? 주? 줄?
So I rolled her tongue and made weird noises. It's near here.
저기 간판 있다.
Shinbi raised her head. At the end of her gaze was a sign that spelled Banjul in clean black letters.
뭐야? 영어로 써 있잖아. 반줄이나 반주, 주, 줄이나 똑같은 거 아니야?
So I look cute, still trying to pronounce it weird. Yeah, call it whatever. Call it however you want. It's quite a cool name. What does it mean?
들어갈까?
I blocked my ears from hearing Soy's shriek as soon as we entered. Surprised, I hesitated to walk in, stood in front of the entrance, but Soy, who was the one screaming, ran straight into the cafe.
어서 왔구나.
Thay smiled softly. Ah, Thay, my love. It wasn't his business smile. It was the smile Thay always gave me at home. But Soy isn't used to that smile, so she'll probably faint when she sees it. I was about to warn Thay, but Soy was quiet for some reason.
안녕하세요, 태희 선배. 전 같은 아카데미의 1학년 소희라고 합니다.
Listen, Soy, we may be friends, but if you try to come for my mans, I may have to fight you. I will fight you. I probably won't. I'm too lazy for that. I'll probably just leave and take a nap. Nap sounds really good, actually. Hello. I thought she'd freak out, but she was suddenly politely introducing herself. What? It was so unlike the usual Soy.
반가워. 이쪽은
신비라고 합니다.
아 그래? 난 태희라고 해.
얘기는 이미 들었어요. 교장 선생님 부탁으로 이 아이가 많이 도와주기로 했다죠? 전 얘랑 반해서
Soy relaxed her mouth. Out of all the time I knew Soy, I never saw her this happy. I've never seen Soy be this happy. Okay, you just said that. And the way she talks or moves was so gentle and careful. I thought I was looking at a stranger.
그래, 나도 잘 부탁해. 신비, 너도 잘 부탁한다.
But those clothes. Point at Thay's clothes.
일할 때 입어야 하는 옷이야.
정말 잘 어울려요.
고마워.
선배, 여기 일은 언제부터 하게 되신 거예요?
아, 그건 말이지.
At that moment, we heard someone in the kitchen calling Thay. He seemed to be busy.
이런, 이젠 일하러 가야겠다. 그럼 천천히 놀다 가. 참고로 오늘의 추천 메뉴는 캔디.
Thay waved and disappeared into the kitchen.
태희 선배님 입으니까 가르송도 명품.
As soon as Thay disappeared, Soy started to make a fuss.
저 손님, 괜찮으시다면 자리를 안내해드려도 될까요?
We were standing right in front of the entrance where the waiter behind us called. I felt bad for interrupting their business and turned around. His dark blue hair and those light brown, dark. I'm pretty sure that's green and not dark blue unless I'm colorblind. I'm pretty sure that's green. And those. Okay, game, I'll believe you. I will delude myself into thinking that's dark blue instead of green. I was instantly drawn to him without realizing. He's so cute. Is he a boy? He seems to be a waiter looking at the uniform. I definitely see he's a hot guy. Wait, what? Suddenly remembered Yeohno at home. Oh no, sweetie, no. I was surprised to find an actual person who resembled Yeohno. Those pretty eyes look like a doll's.
안녕하세요. 오늘 손님의 서빙을 맡게 된 시온이라고 합니다. 실례지만 몇 분이시...
올게요. 내일 또 올게요.
But, ma'am, that's not what he asked.
네?
앞으로
Okay. She must have oiled her stiff tongue. She shouted bonjour with the exact pronunciation.
저기 손님...
Seeing Soy's eyes, I could tell she's already freaking out. It's Soy's strength and weakness to fiercely pursue something she likes. From tomorrow, she'll say she'll eat cakes and tea leaves for her meals until she dies.
3명입니다. 안내 부탁드려요.
Shinbi opened her mouth to settle the situation.
네, 알겠습니다.
The waiter showed us to the table with comfy chairs. All the decorations looked incredibly old. After looking at all the decorations, I saw the whole view of the cafe. The cafe was decorated with antique furnitures and felt elegant but welcoming. The furniture was old, like those grandfather left me. The spoon on the wall and harmony of the furniture felt odd but strangely comforting. And among all, what really caught my eye was a harp. I looked around to find small and big harps placed here and there. It was amazing to see such expensive instruments in a cafe.
여기 메뉴판이요?
I turned my eyes to the menu after hearing the waiter's
메뉴를
voice.
정하시면 편하게 불러주세요.
When the waiter was about to turn around, Soy abruptly grabbed his clothes.
여기는 어떤 메뉴가 제일 맛있나요?
She was stalling to spend as much time as she could with the hot. Oh my god, woman, let the poor man work. Pretty sure he's paid by the hour. Let him work.
네? 아, 전부 다 맛있습니다. 매일 신선도를 체크해서
당신도 내 인생의 신선한
Oh my god.
페이스.
Soy, I get it. You know, I see where you're coming from. But please don't do that. Please. I'm trying not to die of secondhand embarrassment.
저는 유음료로 주세요.
Shinbi ordered, cutting Soy off at the right time. I want to order the drink they recommended to us. I have a candied lemon tea.
손님은...
당신이 추천해주는 거라면 무엇이든 다 집어 삼키겠어요.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, why would you say that?
그러면... 아, 이건 어떠세요? 지지지라는 차인데 마시면 잠이 잘 와요.
He's like, drink this and shut up. Drink this and shut the fuck up. I laughed at his perceptive recommendation. I guess he was quite a personality unlike his innocent face.
그거 5잔 주세요.
Do you want to sleep forever? Fuck. You do you, sweetheart. Like, who am I to judge?
네? 5잔이나요?
Blinded by the hot boy in front of her, Soy started to be irrational. I have no idea whether she'll be able to drink all 5 cups. Zeon asked her again, but Soy was determined. Zeon eventually left the table all confused.
카페 꽤 괜찮은 것 같아.
그치? 아깐 심장이 멎는 줄 알았다니까.
Soy seemed to not realize that Shinbi was talking about the decorations. It was then a man approached the table beside us. Seeing his clothes, he seemed to work here.
손님, 잠시 실례해도
I heard a deep voice ringing. I looked up to find a man almost as tall as Yuri.
여기 또 내 취향.
You can't keep falling in love so easily. Come on now, Soy. Oh, hello, but you are?
전 이 카페 점장인 후빈이라고 합니다.
아니요.
Why does this feel like this whole section is just to
그런데
introduce hot guys we'll never be able to go after?
아, 주문을 접수하던 중에 조금 네, 아무래도 착오가 있었던 것 같습니다.
Oh, it's right. The waiter and now the manager, this cafe is full of hot guys. Now that I think about it, they works here too. Cafe is gonna be called the Hot Guy Cafe pretty soon.
네?
Oh, it's nothing. There's no mistake with the order, so you don't have to worry. Right, Soy?
오늘 내가 행복한 만큼 마실 거야.
I think she's confused tea with alcohol. She seems to have completely forgotten that you get sleepy if you drink that.
아, 그렇군요. 죄송합니다.
The manager was about to head off when the waiter for our table came running towards us.
점장님, 왜 여기 계세요? 맞다니까요.
The waiter pulled the manager's arm and pouted. He was so cute that I laughed without knowing.
이미 전적이 있으니 믿을 수가 있어야지 말이야. 어?
시급에서 제하라고 했더니 괜찮다고 한 사람은 점장님이잖아요. 그리고 그 얘기 몇 번째 하는 거예요? 치사하게. 아무튼 빨리 오세요.
알았어. 알았으니까.
Zeon and the manager nodded and headed to the kitchen.
정말로 점장의 취향이 꽃미남
The manager seems to only hire cute
카페
guys.
평생 살고
Yeah,
싶어.
because like he found
다음에
the perfect business model. He hires cute guys. So dumbasses like you come to the cafe and order 5 cups of tea. And this man's gonna be making a profit real soon. I can't blame him. She poked me in the rib and said, "Ouch, why are you poking me?"
너 학파이브랑 친하잖아. 다음에 같이 오자고 말 좀 해봐.
Should I? I think of Lance, Yeohno, and dread at Soy's words. Since Yuri is a teacher, I should ignore him. First, Lance will definitely reject me. Won't he say it's tiresome and refuse? And Yeohno will probably come with us.
기다리셨습니다.
Poor Red didn't even get like any consideration. It's like, let's say, how would Lance and Yeohno respond? Okay, I know how they respond. Red? Yeah, no one's asking Red. 5 teacups filled up Soy's side of the table. I reached out to the lemon tea they recommended. After a sip, I felt the sweet lemon scent spread in my mouth. Wow, this tastes amazing, I exclaimed without knowing. And I understood why they recommended this drink. I've never tasted a lemon tea this tart, sweet, and flavorful. They must have added something nice since it was red. I saw a carefully cut lemon slice in the cup.
마음에 드신다니 다행이네요. 그럼 즐거운 시간 되세요.
So I started sipping the tea. I'm worried she won't be able to finish until it gets dark.
나갈 때 포장이 되는지 물어봐야겠어.
I peered around to see what else they sold. I saw just in time a couple eating a piece of cake right beside us. There was a cute looking piece of carrot cake on the table. So cute. I was reminded of the family back at home at seeing the carrot on the top of the cake. I suddenly imagined Yeohno's happy face after getting a sweet piece of cake. And I also imagined Red who looked determined to seize the cake. And a few seconds later, Lance will come in frowning and nag him to spill crumbs. I smiled at imagining all the things that could happen with just a piece of cake. So Shinbi gave me a quizzical look at seeing me like that. I ignored the looks and sipped my lemon tea again. This has become my daily life now. We chatted for about an hour like that in the cafe. Soon after taking several selfies, Soy started to doze off, and Soy drank with the Soy dozed off and also drank with. Who did that? My god. Who is the proofreader for this? Listen, I just want to have a chat. What is happening here? Look at the sunset already. It was getting pretty late.
정말 멋진 카페야. 그리고
So I didn't finish and yawned. The tea must be really effective, making Hyper Soy feel sleepy.
포장도 잘 됐어.
Shinmi must have liked it a lot too. I had banjul to go cup in my hands. Okay, let's see. There is carrot cake. If it gets dark, there should be more people here. I look around the street. This must be time when all the kids come out to the main street after finishing their club activities. Be careful, I have to go this way. Hi Sue. How are you? I waved to Soy and Shinbi.
너도
So I didn't even say bye and was leaned against Shinbi's shoulder, half asleep. Good night, Soy. Now let's go home. I hope the boys like what I bought from the cafe today. When I look at the menu, while they wrap my leftovers, I was reminded of my family back home. A piece of cute carrot cake for Yeohno and a cup of sweet tart lemon tea for Lance. Doing pretty. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. The chocolate cookie reminded me of Red, and the best-selling cup of tea reminded me of Yuri. Like this, I often think of my family. It's like when Grandpa was alive. When he was with me, I used to be reminded of him whenever I saw sweet snacks and bought it for him. Oh, come to think of it, Grandpa loves sweet snacks. Did I forget? Grandpa, it's not good if you eat too many sweets. Should I get something plainer next time? Really want you to live a long, healthy life. I stopped walking. I always hoped my grandpa would live a long, long life. But in the end, he left me when I didn't expect it. It flew by so fast. It only takes a second for people to leave you. Huh? Those boys can turn back into dolls at any moment now. I fiercely shook my head just thinking about the worst situation. I don't want to think about it. That won't happen. I'm scared. Let's not think of it anymore. It really scares me.
잡았다.
I felt a hand grabbing my shoulder and heard a familiar voice. Seeing his face, I felt like suddenly crying. The smile that always comforted me permeated into my heart.
일이 이제 끝났어. 오늘 재밌게 놀았어?
You showed up at the right time. Can I get a hug? Please. They caught his breath and looked carefully at my face.
너 괜찮아? 무슨 일 있어?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. I stopped thinking and smiled at him. I especially don't want to tell Tay. Come on, just tell him so he'll give you a hug and then you get to hug Tay.
그래.
Okay, let's go in together.
들어가자.
We have to work for
여기서는
quite a
꽤
bit.
걸어야 하더라.
Oh wait, why did I say that? Oops. I'm glad they came. I felt so relieved to see him. I was thankful he appeared just at the right time. It's best not to think about someone disappearing from my side for a while, since I get overwhelmed from worrying about these happy days continuing on. Tay and I talked during our way back home and arrived at the house before we knew it.
마스터!
I don't know. Why is it you? Yeohno came running towards me as soon as I opened the door.
정말 강아지 같다.
They smiled at Yeohno.
난 먼저 씻으러 갈게.
After they left to the bathroom, Yeohno looked at me with his glistening eyes.
마스터, 이건 뭐예요?
Yeohno pointed the cake in my right hand. Oh, this is for you. Here.
네? 정말요?
Yeohno looked surprised. I handed Yeohno the cake box. His hands trembled a bit.
지금 열어봐도 돼요?
No. Give it back. I'm gonna eat that cake. Yeohno carefully opened the box. As soon as the tiny box opened, the sweet scent spread into the air.
우와, 당근 향이 나요. 그리고 여기에 진짜로 작은
Yeohno's reactions never disappoint me. He couldn't take his eyes off the cake. I feel good for buying it for him.
제가 받아도 되나요? 마스터가 드시는 게 더...
Yeohno rolled his big eyes around and asked. No, I'm full. You eat it.
마스터, 감동이에요.
It's nothing. I was just taking care of my family. If it's good, I'll buy it for you again.
정말 받아도 되는 걸까요? 저는 마스터를 위해 한 일이 없는데.
Oh, just eat the damn cake, my god. No way, you wake up every morning, you even fried eggs for me. Shaking my head, giving a cake like that. Giving away. I know, right? I mean, I would be more like, we can split it, but I'm eating the cake.
그건 마스터를 위해 당연히 해야 할 일이에요.
He was so adorable the way he yelled carefully as not to damage the cake. Among all the dolls, Yeohno was the one that followed me most like a true doll. Yup, and this is your duty too. I stroked his hair and said,
마스터, 고마워요.
He even started to cry a bit. Oh my god. Dear god, am I making you cry again? Don't cry. I'm happy that you're so happy about this little thing. Okay. I stretched out my arms. Now that I've finished dinner, I should write in my diary. A lot of things happened today, so I should think through first. I opened my diary. While wondering what I should write first, I thought of Banjul. I pictured Tae, that waiter Zion, and manager Hobin all in their uniforms, and the family members I got close to after giving them the gifts from the cafe. After thinking about the boys, I got curious about something. I think of dolls as my family, but do they think the same of me? No, they don't. Oh. After asking that question, the worrying thought I had earlier crossed my mind again. I quickly shook my head. Nope. No way they are turning back into dolls. At least, not yet. I don't want to lose this precious daily life. Now that I've finished writing in my diary, I should go to bed. I plop down on the bed and turn off the lights. What will happen tomorrow? I close my eyes looking forward to the next day. Okay, let's save that here. And go. Cat named John. Why would you name a cat John? What did the cat ever do to you? Today, as usual, Yuri begged for me to take the cab with him, but I succeeded in losing him and went to school. The bus is genuinely hell, but I can't just take the cab when all the others except Yuri have to get on the bus.
유리는 왜 자꾸 마스터를 택시에 태우려고 하는 걸까요?
Because he's Yuri, and he's creepy. Kinda like you, but in a different way. Yeohno said while sighing. Be careful of that name. I don't know, he's so persistent. Is there a need to insist like that?
그 스마트폰이란 건 언제 사주는 걸까요?
Oh right, Yuri still hasn't bought them. But now I was the only one using the smartphone Yuri bought. I told him for sure I wouldn't use it if he didn't buy one for everyone else. I should tell him this is clearly a breach of contract.
화상 채팅 하고 싶어요.
He'll get you one soon. I should confront Yuri when I see him today. I felt bad to use this good stuff by myself. I think it'd be okay to urge him a bit since his first payday seems to be coming soon. I think Yuri has a lot of extra income other than his salary. What? Yeohno suddenly stopped walking. And he turned around. What's up, Yeohno?
아, 방금 소리를 들어서요.
What?
고양이요.
He then smiled slightly. A cat? You just heard a cat? Yeohno nodded.
아, 버스 놓치겠어요. 얼른 가요.
Yeohno grabbed my clothes and said, Ugh, we should really run. Today's classes are almost finished.
아, 맞다. 너희들 부활동 뭐 할지 정했어?
Hearing Soy's voice, I look up. Soy was facing Lance and Yeohno with a curious face. Soy used to use me to catch glimpses of the hot five, but now she seems to be quite close to them.
혹시 아직 안 정했으면 말이야.
관심 없습니다.
Oh my god. I was expecting Lance to shut this shit down. And you know what? Lance is one of the people you have expectations for him. And he always makes you proud. He never disappoints. I thought they became pretty close, but Lance still interrupts and ignores her. I can almost feel his coldness from over there.
그래? 알았어. 그럼 연호는 뭐 할지 정했어?
아, 아니요. 저는 아직 어떤 부가 있는지 몰라서요.
So I instantly brightened from Yeohno's comment.
짜잔! 그럴 줄 알고 뽑아왔지. 우리 아카 아카데미 동아리 리스트야.
So I handed Yeohno and I each a thick batch of papers.
감사합니다.
What? Why to me? So I smiled after I
너
asked.
진검다리야. 네 옆에 얼음 씨한테 대신 전해줘. 내가 줬다간 바로 버릴 것 같은 불길한 예감이 들어서 말이야.
I'm pretty sure if I gave it to him, he'd still throw it away.
설마 네가 줘도 버리려나?
Lance's eyebrows flinched after hearing Soy. Is she trying to provoke him? Ice Lance over there wouldn't care. Lance, take this. Lance glared at the paper in my hand for a moment. Then he sighed slightly and took it. Huh? He took it? I was surprised at the unexpected response. Okay, I need to hydrate. I think you might be onto something here, Soy.
정말 많네요.
Yeohno mumbled while skimming through the list Soy gave him.
그렇지? 이 근처에 있는 교육기관이라고는 우리 아카데미뿐이라서 정부 지원을 많이 받는다고 하더라. 그 중에서 활동다운 활동을 하고 있는 분은 여기 앞에 별 표시가 있는 17개가 매년 활동비나 타먹으면서 탱자 노는 건 공공연한 비밀이지. 참고로 난 그렇게 탱자 놀고 먹는
The student government plays around. I thought they were busy with school events.
1년 중에 잠깐만 바빠. 선도부원들은 항상 바쁘지. 나머지 부원들은 맨날 노는 걸. 요즘 학생회실에서는
Should you be giving away secrets like this? I thought the first rule of Fight Club was that you don't talk about Fight Club. So you're like one of those people on Twitter who talks about something you shouldn't talk about and then that thing gets shut down. You're going to get the student council shut down.
그런데 회장이 부회장을 연속으로 이겨서 그런지
He doesn't look that way. Surprising. Of course, it's not good to judge someone by their
이
looks.
아카데미엔 겉만 멀쩡하고 이상한 사람 많잖아. 친구, 잠시 이리 와보게나.
I don't wanna.
부탁이 있어. 저 아이스 프린스가 학생회 들어올 수...
You can ask him yourself.
방금 프린트물 받는 거 못 봤어? 내가 줬으면 거들...
He's definitely less indifferent to me than to the other kids. I mean, I think it could be shut down. Like they shut down the existing student council and then come up with something different, like a smaller committee with selected kids selected by the teachers. Because like obviously, if the principal finds out that these people are just fooling around and playing egg shooting, whatever that is, he's going to shut it down. It's probably because I see him every day at home and he's more used to me.
아이스 프린스는 학생회에 꼭 필요한 인재야. 새로 들어온 선도부원이 일이 많다고 나가버렸거든.
I agree that Lance would be good in the student government.
그리고 아이스 프린스만 온다면 학생회에 꽃이 피겠지.
It'd be better to ignore Soy's last words. Do not suggest. Okay, we're not focusing on Lance for this one, so we're not gonna suggest it. He doesn't know how tiring club activities can be. But since he's going to school anyways, I think it'd be good to join a club. Lance is perfect for the student government, but... I was mumbling to myself when I noticed Lance looking at me. Oops! I unconsciously avoided his gaze. Why did I do that? Yeohno continued to read the printouts. Is there a club you like?
네, 찾은 것 같아요.
Yeohno beamed. I have no idea why the last class had to be music. Oh god, we get to see Yuri.
자, 다들 느껴지나? 이 부분에서 내뿜는 아름다운 정열.
느껴집니다.
If I take this class too seriously, I think I'll go nuts. To refresh my mind, I turned my gaze to the view outside the window. I see Yeohno next to me staring out the window too. Why is he though? I looked carefully and noticed he wasn't just staring blankly towards the window. Instead, it looked like he was searching for something outside.
자, 그리고 클라이막스는 바로 여기다. 이 부분은 연주자마다 특색 있게 해석하는 부분이기도 하다. 난 부드럽게 들어가다.
I don't like the direction this class is going in.
선호하는 편이야.
It's making me extremely uncomfortable and I would like to be taken out. Hello mom, can you come pick me up? I'm scared.
물론 다양한 스타일이 가능하다는 것이 나의 장점이기도 하지.
If my ears aren't wrong, today's class seems to be more confusing than usual. I was swept by a strong urge to run out of the class. Okay, I think me and the MC are on the same wavelength here. At that moment, Yeohno suddenly stood up. What's wrong with him? His gaze was fixed at the view outside the window. Yeohno? Yeohno stormed out of the music room without a moment of hesitation. What's happening? Does you think no one else can do it without reason?
이런 수업을 듣느니 차라리 뛰쳐나가고 말겠다는 의지로군요.
Lance teased Yuri and
내
said,
가르침의 위대함을 모르는 체리보이들에게는
유리 선생님의 가르침을 듣고 깨달음을 얻었.
역시 반장이군.
Please don't feed his ego. Please. I have no idea when they hit it off and became a couple. But more importantly, Lance and Yuri didn't seem to care, but I was worried about Yeohno. Why did he suddenly run out? I thought he would return soon, but he didn't come back even after school ended and everyone cleaned the classroom. All the kids started to head out. I got more nervous.
병아리는 아직도 안 오네.
집에 간 걸지도 몰라.
Oh, maybe.
이상하네. 병아리는 수업도 잘 듣고 졸지도 않잖아. 갑자기 왜 그런 거야?
Really, the normal Yeohno would never have done that. Couldn't come up with a good reason no matter how hard I thought. Why did he suddenly burst out without a single word? Was he sick? The morning too, he stopped and turned around saying he heard a cat. What if he really started hearing things because he's sick? He's not? I suddenly stood up from my seat because of the nerve-wracking thought. What if he turned back into a doll? Demon, only explanation. So... He hasn't been turned into a doll, has he? Has he?
너 괜찮아?
I have to find him.
우리도 같이 한번.
I have to find him. Sunny burst out of the classroom.
쟤 괜찮은 거야? 따라 나가 볼까?
제가 따라 나가겠습니다.
우리도 도울 수 있어.
도움은 필요 없습니다. 나쁜 일이 생겼을 수도 있으니까요.
그렇다면 더 도와줘야 하는 거 아니야?
아무튼 따라오지 마십시오. 제가 알아서 하겠습니다.
I walked peering around every corner of the building. I felt like if I don't find Yeohno now, my worst nightmare would come true. I have to meet him. I couldn't bear to not witness Yeohno breathing and moving with my own eyes. I have to find Yeohno.
야, 히로인. 지금 끝난 거야?
Red! I found Red amongst the girls.
너 아파? 괜찮은 거야?
Oh, before that,
아침에 그 쌩쌩한 모습은 어디 갔어? 자, 이거 줄 테니까 기운 내.
Red handed me something. Huh? I took it without knowing what it is.
초코 과자야. 저번에 네가 물어봤던 그 과자 있지? 애들 말로는 그거
잠깐. 너 괜찮아?
As soon as Red finished talking, they came right beside me and looked at me. Help! Help me, Yeohno's missing.
뭐?
옐로우가?
Red dropped the chocolate snack he was eating. Hearing someone panting, I looked by my side to see Lance, who seemed to have been running just until now.
멋대로 혼자 뛰쳐나가면 어떡합니까?
Oh, Lance. Did he come looking for me? Although I thought Lance would never do that, I was relieved to see him right in front of my eyes.
옐로우가 사줬다니. 총사령관.
진정해. 일단 그리 멀리 가지는 못했을 거야. 언제 없어진 거야?
About 2 hours ago, it was during class and he just ran out. They closed his eyes and thought for a moment.
다들 흩어져서 찾아보자. 유리한테는 건물 안쪽을 맡아달라고 할 테니 란스는 이 근처를 둘러봐줘.
I can always
나와
count on
레드는
Tay.
이 근방에서 연우를 본 사람이 있는지 수소문을 해볼게.
Why must I suffer so much before I can get to his route? Me too, I'll come with you.
넌 집으로 가 있는 게 좋을 것 같아.
I can't do that. I felt guilty for not taking care of Yeohno more. Please, I hope at least what I feared hasn't happened. I wanted to follow them and help, but they told me to go back home.
혹시 연우가 혼자 집으로 돌아올지도 모르잖아.
But...
혹시라도 좋지 않은 일이 생겼다면 거기에 너까지 휘말릴 수 있어.
야, 너 울지 마.
Red yelled at me. I came back to my senses and realized I was crying. God, so pathetic. I was about to wipe away the tears with my sleeves when a handkerchief suddenly appeared in front of my eyes. After taking it, I looked up to find Lance coldly staring down at me.
그만 우세요. 당신이 운다고 해서 당신은 우리의 주인입니다. 그런 당신이 이렇게 울고만 있으면 당신의 인형인 우리도 그리고
Weren't there just a few girls just standing around at that point? So are they just listening to all of this and going like, what the fuck is going on here? What do you mean by master and dolls? Excuse me?
란스 말이 맞아.
They interrupted Lance and approached me. I saw Tay's worried face right by Lance. Oh, okay. I must have gotten too emotional. Sorry. Let's try to figure this out. I should pull myself together at times like this. Nothing's going to happen just by crying. After I spoke, Lance turned away to look at someplace else. I pray that nothing bad happens to Yeohno while we search for him. Please, let us find him safe. No way. No way. That was not a cat. That was not a cat. That's a man. That's a furry. That meow wasn't from a cat. I don't believe it. It was at that moment I heard a tiny cat crying from beneath. Tiny cat? Are you sure about that? That's not a cat. That's clearly a human being.
이 생물은
Okay, who at the Cheret's office did this?
이 녀석 뭐야? 우리를 보면서 울고 있는데?
A cat with that voice?
이상하군. 보통 길고양이는 사람을 피하기 마련인데.
That cat kept on rubbing its body on my legs and cried. My legs tickled a bit. Are street cats usually this friendly to strange people? Oh, cat! I remember Yeohno saying in the morning.
아, 방금 소리를 들어서요.
Does this cat have something to do with Yeohno? For some reason, I was thinking about that possibility. Oh, the cat suddenly turned and ran away. Follow the cat. I instinctively followed the cat.
야, 어디가?
My legs started to move first, and then my brain realized that I was running. When I saw the cat cry, I felt he looked similar to Yeohno. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna comment on that. Was that the reason? I felt like if I lose the cat, I'll lose Yeohno too. I ran hoping this cat would be the clue that leads me to Yeohno. Wait! I yelled at the cat, getting farther away from me. I'm too out of breath. Let's keep on running, I guess. I breathed heavily and kept on following the cat. The cat started to run again. I feel like that cat knows something. I followed the cat and ran for a long time. And we arrived at a narrow alleyway. What is this place? Looking around, it doesn't seem like a friendly place. There were eerie weird shops at the end of the alley. Huh? The cat disappeared while I was looking around. Feeling nervous, I was searching around the alley when
그랬구나.
I heard a familiar voice coming from somewhere. Yeohno? As I went deeper into the alleyway and peered around, I saw yellow hair in the corner. The yellow hair must be Yeohno's. I was trembling while walking towards him. Yeohno? No. No, couldn't they just get like cat voices, like free to use? Come on now. The cat from earlier was rubbing his head on Yeohno's hand and being cute. Yeohno must have heard me calling him and kept on staring at the cat.
아, 그랬구나. 얼른 찾게 되면 좋겠다. 그치?
Yeohno!
야,
Yeohno finally heard me and looked up. Thank God!
마스터.
Surprised to see me, Yeohno let go of the cat and stood up. I crumpled down onto the ground just from seeing his face. But still, thank God. Yeohno's safe. Really? What were you doing here by yourself? You should have told me where you were going. You were gone and I imagined horrible things. I kept thinking even as I was running behind the cat. What if I can never talk to Yeohno again while looking at his eyes? What if he had an accident?
미안해요. 이 아이가 누군가를 찾고 있다고
간절히 도움을 요청하는 소리가 들려서 미안해요, 마스터.
Can't even trust these damn dolls not to stress me out. Like, seriously? Thank God. Thank God you're not hurt. Nothing bad happened to you. Thank God.
마스터,
Yeohno approached me and hugged me.
걱정시켜서 미안해요, 마스터. 버려진 고양이가 주인을 찾고 있었어요. 주인이 갑자기 없어졌다고 찾고 있었어요. 그건 너무 슬프잖아요. 갑자기 주인이 사라지면 예뻐해줄 사람이 사라지는 거잖아요. 고양이가 불쌍했어요. 그래서 도와주려고 했는데 주인은 이미...
What? Yeohno, what are you trying to say? You understood the cat?
네,
Oh, he's gone crazy for real. Or he understood the cat because that ain't no cat.
그냥 들려요. 무슨 말을 하고 있는지 그냥 그리고 영혼의 목소리까지도 저에게는 들려요, 마스터.
Oh, so you're a demon. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. Cool. Cool. Oh god. I didn't know you could do that.
말없이 사라져서 미안해요. 하지만 주인을 잃은 고양이를 그냥 둘 수 없었어요.
I could feel Yeohno's warmth. I was just thankful that his heart was still beating. The moment I thought I might lose him, I couldn't think of anything else. I was overpowered by the need to find him. I was worried sick.
미안해요, 마스터.
I thought you had turned back into a doll. It was so scary. I'm just so glad that nothing happened. Thank God. I've gotten so attached to all of you. I don't want to lose any one of you. I hate going back to an empty house. I hear the noisy TV and the boys laughing. There's someone to wake me up in the morning. I've gotten used to this daily life. I don't want to be left alone anymore.
네, 저는 절대로 인형으로 변한다고 해도 저는 늘 마스터를 지켜볼 거예요.
Yeohno pledged with a determined look. I stoked his... Seriously, does this game not have a proofreader? Like, what is this? Now, shall we head home?
네,
I grabbed his hand and came out of the alley. I was so relieved that the thing I worried about the most didn't happen.
옐로우, 너 그런 능력도 가지고 있었구나. 고양이와 대화를 할 수 있다니 굉장하다.
글쎄, 선택을 받았는지 아닌지는 모르지만 확실히 특별한 재주야.
아니요. 그 아이 꽤 오랫동안 주인을 찾아다녔는데
Why not?
그게 지금은 만날 수
Oh,
없는
that's
곳에
sad.
있어요. 하지만 언젠가는 만날 수 있을 거예요.
I understood what Yeohno was saying. The cat must have gone through something sad.
하지만 아무리 그래도 말도 없이 사라진 건 오너가 정말 걱정했다고.
앞으로는 간단히 사람을 시켜서 찾도록 해. 왜 다들 나서겠다고 호들갑인지 모르겠어. 이래서 젊은 것들.
Yes, let me just hire a detective every time this happens. Who's gonna pay for that? Huh, Yuri? You? You probably have the money. God damn it.
나도 옐로우를 많이 걱정했지만 옐로우가 미안해하고 있는 것 같으니까.
No, they brought the cat with them. Not the cat. Not the man cat. As soon as Red finished talking, we heard a cat.
존!
The cat's name is John. Okay, seriously, that is not a cat. That is a man in a cat suit. That is a furry. Like, you cannot change my mind about that. As Yeohno called him the cat I saw earlier jumped towards us. He must have followed them home somehow. He cried out after seeing Yeohno, but then jumped over the fence and disappeared. Did he come to see Yeohno? Anyways, did I just hear Yeohno call the cat something? Yeohno, what did he just say?
네?
You just called the cat something. Was it John?
아, 그거요? 저 아이 이름이 존이에요. 참 귀엽죠?
No, it's not. John is basically what you... It's like... You order a cat boy online And John is what you get. It was a cute name.
참고로 존은 애칭이고 원래 이름은 존슨이라고 해요.
Johnson. John Johnson. Yeah, that's a man. That is a man. Maybe it's Satan himself, but then no, Yeohno is Satan. You just say John. What?
존슨.
Yuri quickly covered Yeohno's mouth with his hand. Wait, what? I hope I heard wrong. Wait, I don't get it. Wait, what? I don't get it. Actually, you know what? I don't want to get it. Feel like I'm better off not knowing.
이런 아직 이 귀여운 입에 담을 단어는 아니지. 조금 더 크고 난 후에 말해도 늦지.
You shouldn't be allowed to name anyone.
어른이 되어서 말해도 늦지 않.
괜히 연우에게 이상한 거 가르치지 마십시오. 그런 건 그쪽이나 평생 말씀하시죠.
Yeohno's face grew pale.
이런 실수.
Yuri immediately let Yeohno go, and finally he was able to breathe.
누가 지었는진 모르지만 센스가 최악이군요. 고양이에게 그런 이름을 붙이다니 말입니다.
그건 그렇네. 저렇게 작고 귀여운 고양이에게 붙여주기에는
A lot of
서로
things are being said, and they're kind of
맞지
just going over my head. I'm just like, what the hell are you guys talking about? What is wrong with John Johnson? And you know what? I think I'm just better off not knowing.
분명 굉장히 이상한 취미를
The
가진
less I
주인이 있을
know,
겁니다.
the better. I have so little innocence left at this stage in my life. I would like to preserve that.
주인의 취향이 별나군.
They and Lance stared at Yuri.
왜 두 사람 다 나를 보는 거지?
전 아무 말도 하지 않았습니다. 저한테 피해 의식이라도 있으십니까?
Man, I love Lance.
뭐 유리라고 단정 짓는 건 성급한 판단일 수 있지. 그렇지만 놀라
한 사람도 벅찬데 또 존재한다니. 이 세상에 종말이 다가오나 보군요.
Beside Yuri, who suddenly became the cause for the end of the world, Red was standing still with his eyes wide open.
그런데 저기 말이야. 그 고양이 이름이 뭐가 어때서 그래? 예쁘잖아.
Red.
존슨.
It's nice to know that at least someone else out there is as dumb as me. Sometimes I think Red must have the most innocent soul out of all of us. Okay, we're not on the same wavelength, never mind. It means his brain is that empty. Ouch. I avoided Red's eyes, eagerly waiting for me to answer. I'm supposed to be the innocent girl here, so don't ask me. Well, that name's not exactly cute.
뭔데? 뭔데?
저도 궁금해요. 존은 자기 이름이 무척 마음에 든다고 그랬거든요. 존의 이름에 특별한 의미가 있나요?
Yeohno and Red begged with sparkling eyes. I desperately needed Thay's help. But Thay was avoiding my eyes. Well then I had no choice. Sandy begged for help from Yuri.
그래, 너희들도 그런 것에 호기심을 보일 나이가 되었지. 어른이 되기 위한 첫 번째 계단.
Lance suddenly came over and covered Yeohno's ears.
란스, 잠깐만요.
길 한복판에서 들을 만한 내용이 아닙니다. 물론 집에 가서 들을 만한 내용도 아니고요. 거기 있는 빨간
그래, 언제까지나 이렇게 서 있을 수는 없잖아.
자기네끼리만 알겠다 이거지? 치사한 녀석들. 좋아.
They suddenly flinched. There seems to be so many songs and games I don't know about in Red's world. I had no idea what song he was talking about. Now let's go home.
존을 이대로 길에 두고 가고 싶지 않아요.
Yeohno stroked the cat and said,
저기 마스터,
Yeohno, I understand, but unfortunately I couldn't afford to have a cat in the house. The house is already too small with 5 extra people, so it'll get crazy with the cat in it too. And besides, I couldn't afford to pay for cat food. As I waited, Yeohno feebly let the cat go.
잘 가, 존.
I feel like I've committed a crime.
그나저나 내일도 택시를 타고 가야 하나? 택시도 슬슬.
당신이 뭘 타고 가든 알 바 아닙니다. 저는 버스를 이용할 겁니다.
Yuri, you should get used to the bus too. It's too expensive to take the cab every day. Unless we have a van or limousine, we all have to take the bus. And besides, I still get worried when we go to school separately. Wouldn't it be better to go all together in the bus, though it's a bit uncomfortable? While adding those last words, I look at Yeohno. Yeohno lowered his brows as if he felt sorry and smiled. Everyone dragged their exhausted bodies and went inside the house. And
리무진?
now, why would you give him that idea? MC, you were doing so good. I sat down at my desk after coming home and washed. I habitually open my diary and think about what happened today. Today was a long day too. Thank God Yeohno is safe. I kept on writing. Everything suddenly turned dark. Am I dreaming? Huh? This is the merry-go-round. The merry-go-round looks like the one I wrote just once when I was little. And, huh? You are... Who were you? The boy in front of me doesn't say anything. I definitely remember seeing him somewhere before. I try to speak out, but my voice doesn't come out. I think Yuri has a job. A job that none of us would expect. The boy in front of me smiled.
널 기다리고 있었어. 같은 자리에서.
Oh, that's creepy. And then the boy disappeared. The merry-go-round starts moving, as if it'll never stop. Wait, what? What? What did I do wrong? What the hell? I made all the choices to find Yeohno. Yeah, that's so confusing. Hold on. What did I do wrong? Let us see. Okay. Go to school with Yeohno. Approach Yeohno. Eat. I can't take it. Save Yeohno. I did all of that. I got the carrot cake. Do not suggest I did that. I could follow the cat. Kept on running. Since he looks cute while hesitating, ignore him. Have fun with your friends. I didn't get these last two choices. My god, this game is very strict. I think I missed like one of the choices where I was supposed to like eat, like that was in the cafeteria and ended up finding Lance instead. Good god, this game is strict. Let's see, okay. Let's start with this. Okay. Okay, I think I can skip all of this. Nobody cares, nobody cares. Okay, I got to skill with Yeohno. I did that the first time around. Approach Yeohno. I think that's what I did last time too, right? Did I ignore him? No, I did. I can't actually remember what I did last time, but let's do that now. And nobody cares about Yuri's weird music class. You couldn't even get Yuri to teach sex ed because he's just terrible. Okay, this is the choice I missed. Because I end up going to a place where there aren't many people and there I end up being with Lance. Yeah, wow, indeed. In front of Yeohno was a huge pile of bread. I felt kind of embarrassed for worrying about nothing. I guess I won't have to share my bread. I was about to turn around when I heard Yeohno's voice. I was about to quickly head off, but I guess Yeohno saw me. I turned around at his excited voice and saw him looking at me. Aha, Yeohno.
점심은요? 이쪽으로 와서 같이 먹어요.
But all the girls surrounding him still bothers me.
연우야, 이 빵이 메론빵이라는 건데.
여기 제
Yeohno ignored the girl talking to him and pointed at the seat next to him. I felt like I shouldn't sit there.
누구야? 같은 반 애잖아. 아, 그 가슴 크고.
Sure enough, they didn't seem to like me. Oh, bitch, you wanna go? Well then, I should just give him the bread like the other girls. Yeohno, I brought this bread for you. I handed him the sponge cake Red gave me. Here, look. I'm just a fan like you guys.
와, 고마워요.
Yeohno suddenly stood up and took the bread.
연우가 카스텔라 좋아하나?
Fight them. I would fight them. Like, don't you listen? Soy might be embarrassing as hell, and she might fall in love with every guy she sees, but only I get to call her out on that.
빨리 적어놔.
고마워요. 정말 감동이에요.
He was too overjoyed for getting just a sponge cake. But yeah, no, I think you're overreacting. The more he's happy about it, the more awkward it gets for me.
맛있게 먹을게요.
Yeohno took the wrapper off and started to eat the sponge cake. I see several torn wrappers piled in front of him. He seemed to have already eaten 3, but he bites off the cake regardless.
연우야, 너 괜찮아?
먹을 수 있어요.
He starts nibbling on the cake. He seems to be eating them on purpose even though he's quite full.
연우 카스텔라 정말 좋아하나 봐. 이거 고급 정보인데.
What? Why did he make that sound? He didn't even have to eat it just because I gave it to him, but he stuffed it into his mouth. I should tell him he doesn't have to do that next time. I missed one thing, and I had to restart this game. All of Cheren's games are like very hard in this sense. Especially, oh my god, the dandelion, my god. Yeah, this is I can't take it, obviously. Okay, this is new routine, right? Okay. There is carrot cake. Okay. A cat named John. Skipping here. We should get 2 more choices. Do not suggest. Follow the cat. Keep on running. What? Okay, the past few days flashed through my mind. Hey, all done, I stretch. I look out the window, it's already pitch black. Should I go out and get some air? Oh, okay. Oh, I got scared. I was like, okay, are we gonna see that merry-go-round again? Why? I stood up from my seat.
마스터.
I saw Yeohno coming towards me with a smile. You're not asleep?
잠이 안 와서요.
He looked upset since dinner. I guess he couldn't go to bed too. Is he worried about the cat or does he feel guilty for making me worry? There was silence between us for a moment. Yeohno looked like he wanted to say something but didn't. I should start first. Not about to repeat that again. I know, right? If the game was like, oh, game over, I would be like, for real, this is not gonna happen again. Bye-bye. The night sky is really pretty, isn't it?
예뻐요.
Alright, then let's wish upon the star for the cat's happiness.
별이에요? 그게 뭐예요?
I point at a star in the sky. His gaze followed my fingertips and was fixed on the shining star. There's an old saying that says, if we wish upon a star, it will come true. People who are very romantic and imaginative believe that.
그렇군요.
What? What Yeohno just said was so unlike him, I was surprised. Yeohno smiled at me. Did I hear wrong?
그럼 같이 빌어요.
Unlike just now, he looked cheerful. Okay, alright. Hope the cat's happy. Hope he meets a new owner who lives a long life.
조니 행복하게 꼭 좋은 주인 만나고 앞으로는 그리고 저도 마스터와
He looked more serious about making his own wish than he was praying for the cat. I could feel his sincerity by looking at his tiny hands tightly clasped together. I smiled at seeing him so cute. He's so cute.
꼭 이루어졌으면
Yeah. After praying, he hesitated for a bit and opened his mouth. I could see him clasping onto his clothes.
마스터, 오늘은 정말 죄송했어요.
He's been repeating his apology so many times. No, you're safe, and that's all that matters. I smiled and stroked his hair. I wish Yuri would buy that smartphone soon. Then I'd be able to call him whenever I want.
그래도 마스터가 직접 찾으러 와줘서 행복하고 죄송하고 마스터는 내가 밉지 않았어요?
Hate you? I was only worried. Worried that something bad might have happened to you, that you might have turned back into a doll.
고마워요, 마스터.
Yeohno smiles. I saw his eyes twinkle like stars as he smiled and looked at me. In that smile were all the wishes he couldn't say out loud. It's cold. Should we go in now? He nodded and we went back into the house. Yeohno was a nice boy. He couldn't leave the cat alone. I was worried sick, but we found him, so everything's good. And besides, I felt like I got to see another side of Yeohno, who before just seemed like a good goody-goody. Okay.
들어온 지 얼마 되지도 않았는데 벌써부터
점장님, 너도 할래? 아니요, 전 담배는
내가 너한테 담배를 금연 중이었거든. 그랬더니 이거 입이 심심해서 말이야. 그런데 이러다간
Wait, is that cat supposed to be John?
중독이 될 것 같아.
Because, I have something to tell you, Mr. Cafe owner.
골초라고 들은 것 같은데요.
끊어야지. 새 식구도 생겼으니까.
좋은 생각이십니다.
Oh no.
넌 네 집 고양이인지 모르겠지만 참 잘생겼다 임마.
둘이 아주 잘 어울려요.
그래? 집에 있는 나머지 2마리가 들으면 이거 질투하겠는걸?
정말 카페에 둬도 돼요?
괜찮아. 고양이는 익숙하니까 말이야. 이상하게 난 고양이들에게 인기가 좋단 말이야.
무리한 부탁을 드린 건 아닌가 걱정.
부탁도 부탁 나름이. 근데
연호 말로는 점장님?
네 주인을 만날 때까진.
Please stop. I'm begging you. I can't do this anymore. Every time they talk about cats, I'm just thinking of a man in a cat suit, like. Let's see. I have my textbook, my notebooks, my wallet, and my phone. Nothing more, right? I checked one more time just in case I left anything behind, and I closed my bag. I finished eating and packing, so all I had to do now was to go to school.
큰일이야! 엄청나게 큰일이.
Normally, I would have gotten mad at him for not knocking, but this time he looked so serious that I got scared. What's happening now? I felt like something bad just happened. What happened?
일단 나와봐. 어서.
Huh? What? Wait! Red held onto my hand. This is gonna be something stupid, isn't it? And dragged me out. The living room was empty. Did everyone go out already? Where is everybody?
밖에 있어. 우리도 빨리 나가자.
Something big must have happened if everyone ran outside already. I followed Red and hurried out. Everyone was standing at the first floor. What's everyone doing here? What? Oh, Yuri got the limousine, didn't he? He was approaching the boys from behind when I suddenly became speechless. The body shined gloriously as if it had just been washed. The flawless wheels and the emblem lighted under the morning sun drew everyone's attention. It seems to say I'm expensive, so serve me carefully. Limousine? A limousine. There's a limo in front of my house. The car I thought I might ride once on my wedding day was right in front of my eyes. I couldn't believe my own eyes and wondered what this was all about. Why is this car in front of our house?
우리의 통학용 교통수단이래요.
Huh. Yeohno said innocently. You must not know what this majestic car is.
오늘부터 이 차를 타고 아카데미에 가게 될 거래요. 그런데
I'm afraid too. Its splendor was intimidating. If someone scratches the car, they'll have to use their life savings to pay off the insurance. But there was something more important than that. A ride to school. Who the hell told you?
그야 바로 이 몸이지, my honey.
See, I told you shouldn't give him ideas. Yuri suddenly appeared from behind. What are you talking about, Yuri?
어제 그 악몽 같은 버스를 타고 나서 곰곰이 생각했지. 이렇게 계속 버스를 타고 다니다간 내 미모가 순식간에 그래서 그냥 사버렸어.
This is on a completely different level from me collecting dolls.
이 이 몸의 품위를 떨어뜨리지 않으면서도 안전하게 우리 모두를 이동시켜줄 든든한 녀석이지. 왜 그런 말? 그렇다면 나는 이렇게 말하고 싶군. 버스가 싫으면
The modern version. I wonder if he knows that the person who said that was guillotined.
가능한 한 편하게 아카데미에 가고 싶은 네 마음은 알겠지만 이건 빵과 비교하기에는 좀 과한 것 같다. 좀 오버한 것 같아.
오버는 무슨? 이 몸이 타고 다니실 건데 이 정도는 돼야지. 아,
우와, 차가 엄청 길다. 나 이런 거 처음 봐.
이봐, 그만 좀 만져. 손자국 찍히잖아. 그리고 방금
As big as the limousine was, so was my headache.
아 참. 그리고 마이 허니가 원했던 대로
Yuri took out 4 smartphones from his bag.
와, 그럼 이제 마스터랑 화상 채팅할 수 있겠네요.
Oh no. The boys were excited at their smartphones plus the limo. The smartphones felt petty compared to the limo in front of my eyes. Just, oh my god, that's all I can say.
이거 진짜 우리가 타도 돼요?
How much do school teachers earn in Korea? Like, what is happening? Should I move there? I have nothing to teach, but if you all are earning so much that you can buy 4 smartphones and a limousine, sign me the fuck up. Let's go.
당연히 괜찮고 말고 내 차에 내가 타겠다는데 무슨 문제가 있겠어?
There are so many problems, I don't even know where to start. I asked you this several times a day, but where do you get the money? You're not doing something bad, are you?
Shh.
Huh? Yuri put the sunglasses he was holding onto my lips. I noticed even the sunglasses were from a high fashion label. I felt my head spin at all the luxury items I'm seeing today.
마이 허니는 궁금한 것도 많군. 나에 대해 지대한 관심이 생기는 모양이지? 그건 환영이지만 더 이상 알려고 하지 마.
Oh, he's a mob boss, isn't he?
공주님은 아무런 걱정 없이 왕자가 준비한 백마에 타기만 하면 된다고.
If the prince of that limousine is trivial, then I'm less significant than a dust particle floating in the air.
걱정하지 마. 그땐 내가 널 있는 힘껏 들이마셔.
My god, this man has a line for everything. Like, you have to give it to him. He is kind of undefeated in this. Ugh, it's not even cold and I'm getting goosebumps. If I hear any more, I'll turn into a chicken and fly away.
덧붙여 말하자면 운전은 내가 해. 너희들은 마음 놓고 타기만 하면 돼.
You know how to drive? I think he has it in his head that being a driver is cool. I pondered over whether I should point out that a limo driver isn't that cool.
그런 소소한 궁금증은 나중에 천천히 풀어주도록 하.
Where did he get a license? I lost my words and just stared blankly at the limo with its door open. God, today won't be smooth after all. I do have a hobby I can't tell anyone about, but besides that, I was completely ordinary on the outside. So I thought I would ride a limousine once in my life on my wedding day, but what I'm seeing right now is overturning all of that. Who knew I'd take a limo to school? Maybe my grandpa up there would have known. Anyway, every day I've been going to school in the car of everyone's dream, in a freaking limousine. Who dreams of having a limousine?
아, 서두르지 말라고. 체리보이는 신경 쓰지 말고. 공주님은
마스터, 교실에서 뵐게요.
Yeohno said bye to me with his twinkling eyes. Every time one of the boys got off, I could hear a girl screaming. Seeing the crowd, I felt like I'm looking at movie stars getting on the red carpet. Of course, this is not a red carpet event. It's just people going to school, a normal thing that happens every day. The number of screaming girls grew and they started to form a massive crowd around the limousine. And among the girls, a lot of them were looking for Yeohno. Yeohno wasn't getting off the car even after saying bye to me.
마스터, 조금 더 여기서 같이 있고 싶지만.
Yes, I would. Get the fuck off. Leave. Yeah.
그럼 교실에서 뵐게요.
Yeohno looked disappointed, but as soon as he opened the door and went out, the girls started screaming crazily. But I have no idea why half of the girls aren't wearing our school uniform. After Yuri, Yeohno, Red, and they got off the car, I was all alone. Right, Lance left early for school because of his discipline duties. When the 4 boys entered the school gates, a noisy crowd naturally disappeared along with them. took the chance and quietly got off the car. I can't make an objective decision yet on whether the bus or the limo is the safer way to go to school. If a crowd forms every day like today, it might be more dangerous than a packed bus. And it's definitely better than that I'll never be late for school. I got off the car, brushed off my clothes, and headed to the gate. I was about to pass the gate when I saw a familiar face. It's Lance who started his disciplined guide duties. I took a glimpse at him for the last time and went through the gate amidst the girls.
리무진 소년 앞시셨군.
Stop it. There were so many people today.
우리가 누리는 것에 비하면 싼 대가지. 아침마다 멋진 남자들과 함께 리무진에서 내리는 등굣길이라니.
A week before, when I first came to school in the limo, so I clung on to me and started interrogating me about everything. So I had to come up with whatever excuse I can, like I did when they transferred to this school. I told them that Mr. Yuri was giving me a ride as a thank you for being a guide for the Hot 5. I added that I couldn't refuse and that I only found out about the limo on the day I started taking it. I would never be able to tell her the honest details, but I had no choice but to tell her that I was taking the limo. Well, no, even if I didn't tell her, she would have found out soon anyway, since there's a big fuss.
피곤해 보인다.
So I said while sipping her strawberry milk with a straw. Yeah, a bit. It's natural that I feel tired after getting through that enormous crowd. I wasn't physically in a battle, but I felt so exhausted.
피곤하다고? 왜? 아침부터 핫5로 문호강하고 왔잖아.
I told you, even you'd be tired after seeing a bunch of scary girls run at you in the morning. I'm thinking of talking to Mr. Yuri about me just taking the bus.
그럼 너 대신 내가 타고 오면 안 돼?
Try it if you can.
집이 반대 방향이잖아.
상관없어. 일찍 가서 기다리면 되지. 저 드림카를 타기 위해서라면 그깟 시간.
I think so. For our house is a limousine stop. I left her to chatter on and took out my smartphone. I didn't get any texts. I guess everyone's busy trying to make their way into the building since no one has contacted me yet. Yuri ended up getting smartphones for everyone. Thanks to that, we contact each other without any trouble. As expected, Yeohno's the one who texts me the most. Yuri and Red only contact me when they have something to say. On the other hand, Lance doesn't text at all.
야, 너 스마트폰 줘봐. 샀는데 고작 하는 거라고는 문자 보내고 전화 받는 것밖에.
Apps. I did often see ads for different apps on TV and on magazines, but it was too much of a bother to search and install, so I've never tried using one. My god, this woman. Can you imagine having a phone with no apps in it? Like, what would you do? Would you not get, like, super bored?
종쳤네. 나중에 설치해줄게.
Like, not having apps would be like life without gacha. How is Sue going to survive that?
그러니까 오늘 수업은 여기까지다.
As soon as the teacher finished talking, everyone started booing. The teacher ignored the boos and walked out of the classroom. It was so difficult trying to stop myself from dozing off. Should I take a quick nap? Oh, right. I searched for my smartphone to check for tag. Life is over. Deeper text and the time. No text so far. I agree. I'm definitely sure that the black things are letters and the white is the paper. What the hell am I supposed to do with the alien letters and numbers? I fidgeted with my smartphone and answered. I only know the basic functions of my phone, but I unconsciously hold onto my phone.
나만 그런 거 아니지? 역시 넌 내.
No thanks. I don't want to end up last in class with you.
에이, 친구는 지옥까지도 함께 가는 거야.
A single word has given me the tickets to hell and being the last in school. Who was right in front of me?
그렇게 간단히 절교 선언을 하다니. 역시.
So I teared up and ran towards Shinbi. Shinbi let out a sigh and stood up from her seat. Huh? Seeing her come towards this way, I put my smartphone on the desk. Yeah? I couldn't help but get nervous and tremble a bit when she called me. It was so intimidating the way she looked down at me since I was sitting down and she was tall. I don't know if it's okay to say this about a girl, but she's so handsome. Okay, MC. Okay, I see you. I know what you are. Okay. A group of girls were looking this way with revering eyes.
잘한다. 가라, 신비. 10년간 폭포수를 맞으며 수련했던 너의 내공을 보여줘.
Waterfall? So I must be reading fantasy novels nowadays. Chick.
울고 있어.
What? What does she mean, chick?
저기 봐.
So I pointed somewhere with her finger. I could see Yeohno hugging onto his math book, looking as if tears were about to fall from his big eyes. He knows how to bring out the mother instinct from girls. Surrounding him were a bunch of kids, actually girls, hiding their dark desires. For some reason, there seemed to be more girls around him today. Couldn't just stay still while he was crying, so I went towards him.
연호야, 니와 그러노? 와 오나? 그래 연호야, 왜 울어? 설마 무슨 일인지는 모르겠지만
엄마, 이 가스나가 방금 뭐라 했노? 우리지?
내가 뭐?
참나. 야, 너네 다 저리 비켜. 애가 겁먹잖아.
연호야, 걱정하지 마. 이 형님이 알아서 다 해결해 줄게.
그래.
What is he, like the class mascot or something? Like everyone's like, oh, we must feed the chick and protect the chick.
변태에게 내리는 천벌이다.
아유, 변태라니?
I can't understand what the hell everyone's saying. They're speaking in human language, but I can't follow their conversation at all. All I could hear are the words pervert and house. For some reason, I'm more worried about the situation than Yeohno crying. So I was about to get through the crowd of those weird kids and approach Yeohno. Suddenly, a familiar figure swooshed by me.
아니, 연호야, 울어? 어? 세상에, 이 눈물 아까워서 어째?
Oh, Soy.
노랑 병아리를 슬프게 한
You know
거야?
what? This is just
자, 말해봐.
perfect.
내가 다
Soy
해줄게.
can take Yeohno and then I can be free. Yes, Soy. Go, Soy.
감히 이 소희의 물건에 손을 대다니. 배짱 한번 좋군.
Soy really is an amazing person in several ways. Her eyes were glaring like those of a world champion. Everyone slowly started to back away and got further away from Yeohno and Soy. I went through the path Soy parted and went beside Yeohno. He stopped crying as soon as I went over to him. And then he raised his wet eyes to look at me. He seemed as if there was something he wanted to say. Since he looks cute while hesitating, ignore him. That is so mean. What's up? Since he looks so cute while hesitating.
저기.
He looked so cute the way his eyes glistened as if he desperately wanted to say something. He was so cute I wanted to tease him. I turned away pretending to ignore him.
저기.
Oh my god. Yeohno bursting out in tears. Yeohno suddenly hugged me. Everyone stirred and turned their eyes towards me. I was so surprised that he suddenly hugged me. I was more surprised to see everyone's glaring eyes. Yeohno, what's going on? I was just teasing him because he looked so cute, but seeing his reaction, I have no choice. I can't ignore him now. I ended up asking what was going on. But Yeohno just held on to me and didn't say anything. I endured all the glares towards me and stroked his head towarded me. Like, who proofread? Like, towarded me? Like, really? Hello. And yeah, what was I saying? Right. My hands were trembling since everyone was staring so intently. I doubt I'll be able to go home safely today. I did feel threats against my life, but I felt it was more important to calm Yeohno down. Does this actually happen in real life? Like, do people actually threaten you if, like, a boy who's remotely popular pays attention to you? I wouldn't know. I went to an all-girls school, so I, like, never faced this problem. It's always so bizarre. I should first calm him down. Tell me. You have to tell me what's going on for me to help you.
어떻게 해야 할지
What is happening? This is making me so uncomfortable. What's upsetting Yeohno this much? Couldn't help but get all emotional and motherly seeing Yeohno cry so badly. So I looked confused. On the outside, it just looked like a normal textbook. I opened his book to find anything out of the ordinary. There was nothing strange. No, actually, there was nothing. It was clean. There wasn't a single letter written in the book. Huh?
왜 그래?
I flipped through the pages again. Even considering the fact that it hasn't been that long since the boys came to school, this was basically a new book. He didn't write any notes.
저 머리가 나빴던 거예요. 무슨 소린지 모르겠어요.
Okay, this is something I can relate to.
말씀하시는 거 나도.
My math notebooks too were okay. They weren't empty because I was always scribbling stories in them, but they never had anything math related in them either. Oh, Yeohno must have had a hard time understanding math. I remember the time I saw Lance and they do everything perfectly right after they turned human and felt embarrassed of myself. So I used to think to myself, I'm a useless person who can't even do what dolls can do. But I guess not all dolls are smart. I felt sympathetic to Yeohno talking about how difficult math is for him. I even felt like we might be able to get closer with the similarity. Yep, I wasn't wrong about math being mankind's enemy. Okay, listen, not the biggest fan of math, but mankind's enemy might be too much. It was at that moment.
수학책이 잘못했네.
So I snatched away Yeohno's textbook and was violently trying to tear it up. Hey, wait, what are you doing? Okay, I don't know how that's helpful, Soy. He still has to prepare for exams. She's going to shred it to pieces any moment now.
씹어 먹으려고. 결국 이게 연호를 울렸다는 거잖아.
I wish I had a buzzer to tell her she's wrong. How could she be so wrong? It's ridiculous. Don't take it out on the textbook. It's not the book, it's math itself. I raised my hand to stop Soy from what she was doing.
책이 불쌍해.
So I suddenly stopped her actions at what Yeohno quietly yelled out, and everyone was completely silent for a moment. After 3 seconds it took for Soy to switch her personality, she calmly put down the textbook on the desk.
아무튼 그러니까 우리 노란 병아리는 지금 이 수학이 어렵다는 거지?
제 머리가 나빠서 그런 걸까요?
Yeah, that's it. You're stupid. No, don't say that. That's not it. Math is really hard for me too.
그래. 수학 따위 몰라도 얼마든지 잘 먹고 잘 살 수 있어. 난 덧셈 뺄셈도 아직도 헷갈리는데?
So I completely degraded herself and made a sweet smile. Anyway, Yeohno, it's fine. Math is supposed to be hard. You don't have to worry. Oh god, sorry about that. Oh, okay. Even Lance, who's super smart, won't know everything. The class today was especially hard.
정말요? 란스에게도 어려운 건가요?
It's hard for everyone, so cheer up. Yeohno's expression grew brighter. Whew, thank God. Yeohno finally stopped crying.
세상에 대단하다 란스야. 벌써 교과서 끝까지 다 풀어놨잖아.
What a spectacular timing. I broke out in cold sweat at what the kids were saying. Oh, come on now. This is just mean.
야, 진짜네.
란스 너무 멋지다. 이거 풀이 좀 봐. 어떻게 이렇게 깔끔하게 계산을 하지?
그러고 보니 아까 선생님이 란스에게 질문했을 때도 망설임 없이 대답했잖아.
I love how in this class everyone's attention shifts so easily. Like 1 minute they're all focused on Yeohno and him crying, and then they're suddenly like, oh my god, Lance, you're so cool.
너 외국에서 왔다고 했지?
I glimpsed and saw that he had written down the solutions and answers to every problem. The exact opposite from Yeohno's textbook. Hearing everyone exclaim, Lance replied in his usual expressionless voice.
이런 걸로 대단하다는 말을 들을 이유는 없습니다. 수학은 정해진 공식을 대입하면 바로 답이 나오는 간단한 학문이니까요.
There will be students who feel despaired after hearing that. I'm worried. Especially the boy with yellow hair who was trembling right beside me. Lance stood up from his seat and he blew his final punch.
그러니까 이 쉬운 걸 못 푼다면 머리가 나쁜 게 맞겠죠.
Listen, man. I'm not gonna fight that because I know I'm stupid, but you didn't have to say it out loud. Lance left the classroom, leaving those final words. Everyone turned ghostly pale after hearing what he said. Guys, you all know Lance didn't mean that, right? Such a joker. I was the only one breaking out in cold sweat in this frozen atmosphere. This is all Lance's fault. He should at least give us warning before dropping a bomb. Everyone stayed silent for a while. I was about to leave the illusion that I'm seeing penguins in the icy atmosphere when...
완전 쿨하다.
Never mind then.
와, 아까 그 벌레 보는 듯한 표정 봤. 맞아 맞아. 나도 한 번만 그 눈빛으로 째려봐줬으면 좋겠다.
I think everyone's got mad at Lance's attack. If not, there's no reason they'd be that infatuated with Lance looking at them like that. I'm wrong in thinking that everyone's getting better at distorting reality, right?
그렇군요.
I heard Yeohno's theory voiced by my side. Ugh.
역시 제 머리가 나쁜 거였어.
It's okay, Yeohno. There's nothing wrong with being stupid. It was Yeohno and not the girls who was devastated by Lance's punch. I forgot that Yeohno is still innocent unlike them. How do I take care of this?
그건 아니라고 생각해. 고대로부터 전해지는 명언이 있어.
고대 명언?
그래. 행복은 성적순이 아니잖아요.
I thought for a while on whether that was a great saying. I don't think it is. A couple girls blushed and agreed with Shinbi.
야, 진짜 좋은 말이다.
Yeohno's teary eyes suddenly cleared up.
행복은 성적순이 아니다.
수학을 잘한다고 해서 행복하란 법은 없어. 수학은 나한테도 미지의 세계야.
맞아 맞아. 신비는 진짜로 수학 못해.
I barely stopped myself from telling Soy that she didn't need to add that last part. Anyways, there must be some other subject that you're good at and you can always study for math.
그래 연호야. 우리가 수학 공부 도와줄게.
난 수학은 자신 없지만 영어라면 가르쳐 줄 수 있어.
저도 공부하면 잘할 수 있을까요?
Not necessarily. You could fail terribly even after studying, and that would just make you even more miserable than you already are, and then you could fall into depression and practically just ruin your life. But maybe, huh? To be honest, considering my own experiences, there are some things you just can't do after studying. But I had to make a white lie so that Yeohno can cheer up.
그럼 저 공부할게요. 도와주실 거죠?
Yeohno quickly cheered up and looked at everyone with sparkling eyes.
내가 가르칠 거야 내가 제일 먼저 손들었다고. 연호.
무슨 소리?
Wait. An enormous barricade formed around Yeohno just like before. Naturally, I was pushed to the back by that huge wave.
저기
Yeohno saw me get pushed back by everyone and shouted towards me, but our voices were buried under the overly excited kids. I doubt I'd be able to get through this crowd. Yeohno tried his best to eye me through the crowd and silently screamed for help. But I was too scared to get through this horrendous wall and go to him. Besides, if it's about math, there was no way I could help anyways. I worried to myself on how I'd be able to help him with his studies. But seeing the situation, I don't really think I need to step up and help him. I can only pray that there is someone over there who will only help him with his studies. I feel like I'd soon get pushed around if I stayed around those aggressive kids any longer, so I backed away a bit. I felt like there was more distance between us than the wall in front of my eyes. He always used to be by my side. But I can't hog him to myself. I should respect his privacy. Yeohno used to always be by my side. He was so cute and adorable the way he followed me, like he was a chick following a hen. But it's true that on one side, that worried me a bit. But now so many people at school like him and Yeohno gets along really well with them. So it's better for Yeohno for me to be pushed away sometimes like now. I waved towards Yeohno, who was looking at me from afar. Okay, listen, I have to wrap things up here. I don't know when this section ends, but I can't wait for it to end either. So wait. How do you there we go. A cat named John. Why is this there twice? Okay, let's save over that. Right. God, there is so much that goes on in this game, but there's so little that actually pertains to the main story. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's so much just stuff happening, and the way The characters are written sometimes just feel so bizarre, with everyone's just like chasing after these boys and screaming and shouting, and it's like, does this actually happen? Are there actually fan clubs? Like, I don't know, man. I've never seen them. It might be true, who knows? But yeah, I think this is my last stream for this week. I'm gonna make waiting rooms for next week later. But yeah, I'm going to wrap things up here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, even as we failed the route the first time. God damn it. It's doing so well. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye.